So good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for our Piedmont Council 2023-2024 calendar preview. I know we've got a big group in the new South Fork District that is joining us as well at a nice little social event that they're having, some hot dogs and hamburgers, and we welcome y'all as well. We welcome all the other volunteers from across the council. And at this time, I'm going to actually stop my video, but want to say hey and thanks again on behalf of the Piedmont Council for joining us. My name is Kirk Setzer, for those who might be out there that don't know who I am, but I think most volunteers do. And we appreciate you joining us. We're going to move through our calendar preview and try not to keep you too long this evening. So with that, I'm going to stop the video and we're going to move on. So our agenda for tonight is pretty simple. We want to try to provide our units with a roadmap for unit success. We're going to obviously review the 2023-2024 Piedmont Council calendar so that our units can start planning their unit calendars and that our districts can start planning their district calendars. We want to highlight key events for each month. We're not going to highlight every event obviously on the calendar, but those key events from August of 2023 to July of 2024. And our roadmap of success starts at the unit level. The council's here to support our units and our volunteers, and that success starts with planning. Successful units plan ahead, so it's important that you have this calendar in front of you so you can do some planning. Successful units have a budget. They aren't guessing their expenses or trying to figure those out on a monthly basis, but they do set a budget and try to stick to that budget. Successful units have a fun, active program with parent and scout input. Our successful units retain their scouts and grow their membership. That's what we want to do. We want to grow membership. We want as many kids participating in these great programs that we offer as possible. And finally, successful units have enough trained volunteers to lead an active program. So the ideal year of scouting is a project that starts with a great plan. The same goes for scouting. So every program that we want to do, we want to plan and we want to follow a proven ideal year of scouting plan. And you can expect to see results. Stronger programs for your scouts at less cost to your unit leaders, as well as less cost to your scouting families. Increased parental involvement, leading to more unit leadership. More camping and activities with more funding and less time spent fundraising, and an easier and more enjoyable scouting program. So the ideal year of scouting is planning to have a great year. So basically, your ideal year of scouting follows the BSA's journey to excellence, and hopefully most of our volunteers are now familiar with the JTE program. It's been going on now for several years. It followed the quality unit program, and the JTE scorecards are located on the National Scouting website. They're real easy to find. If you Google Journey to Excellence BSA, they'll come up. But it's a great way for units to identify, quantify, track, and report key factors to make this program you deliver even better for your scouts and parents. Those JTE forms look similar to these. These are actually the 2023 JTE forms. And if your units don't already have one of those printed, I would encourage you to print one of those, have it handy, and start planning your year or the rest of the year, the fall of the year, to meet the JTE standards, gold, silver, and bronze. Obviously, we want all of our units to strive to be gold units. So plan now, don't wait. It's important that you start planning, and that's why we're previewing the calendar. This is the second year that we've brought the calendar out in May. It worked well last year. We had a lot of positive feedback from our units, from our unit leaders, from our district leadership, that they wanted to see that continue. So once again, we're back in May sharing the calendar for the 2023-2024 school year, which is basically the scouting year. So we want you to plan and to budget to go along with your plan. In addition, a fundraising plan to reach your program goals, Obviously, scouting does take funding, and so depending on your plan, you may need to look at different fundraising opportunities, and we're going to share some of the great ones that the council offers here in just a few moments. But if you plan your scouting year, you'll have a well-managed and well-financed scouting unit that spends more time scouting and giving a quality program to your scouts. So how do you develop your programs? Well, you need to start with some brainstorming. Let your youth and your adults participate in making a list of activities they might like to see. Obviously, in the Cub Scout program, leaders are going to be more involved in that, but at the scout level, you want to let your youth brainstorm and come up with activities. You're going to evaluate those activities. The unit committee evaluates the suggestions and takes back an approved list to the youth. The youth and adults can vote from the approved list on the activities they want to do. And the activities with the most votes should be put into the unit program. This is a way to make sure that your Scouts BSA troops are youth-led. And again, Cub Scouts obviously are going to be led by the adults, and the adults are going to be making a lot of those decisions. Finalize by putting the program plan to paper and into your unit calendar so that you can share your plan with your Scout families in your unit. They know what's coming up. There's no surprises. They know when you're going camping. They know when you're doing activities. It's a great way to develop your program. How do we fund the program and put the fund into our program? Is through the council would like every unit to support both our fall sale and our spring sale. We just finished our spring discount card fundraiser, and it won't be too much longer. We'll be starting our fall sale. But the Piedmont Council's fundraisers are a great way for a scout to be thrifty. Hard work is obviously a value that scouting teaches, and selling popcorn and or scout discount cards are a great way for scouts to learn the importance of earning their own way. And that's what the point of thrifty is in the scout law, is that a scout learns to pay their own way. And we also want to say, why sell popcorn or why sell nuts or scout discount cards? It's a great way for the scouts to help pay for scouting adventures like summer camp, the National Jamboree that's coming up this summer. A lot of our scouting troops go to the National High Adventure bases. And it's really not about selling those products. It's more about promoting scouting as well. Folks are supporting your fundraisers because they want to support scouting. So there are some important dates that we'll go over in the calendar. They're listed here for you to review right now, but we do want to mention some of our highlights from our previous sale in our popcorn and camp discount cards. And then we also want to tell you a little bit about our 2023 upcoming product sales. So we're excited to partner with the Trails In Popcorn to deliver an unbeatable sale opportunity for our units and scouts. In addition, the council is looking at continuing our partnership with Whitley's Peanuts to give units an optional fall sale. This past year, 2022, more than 70% of the sales goes back to units and the council to support local programs. This past year's sale, we had more than 105,000 in commissions in 2022 that went to the 51 units that participated. 51 actually is only about 27% of the council's units. And so we really want to see more unit participation. And if there's things that we can do to help with that, we would love to talk to you. We are bringing back the Amazon gift card program for 2023 and the Trails In sale. And that was a recommendation from volunteers that participated last year. And so that is back. And then finally, we had a lot of success with our storefront sales at the local Walmarts with our discount cards. And we look to continue that with our fall product sale as well. So a couple of things to note on this slide here on your left as you're looking at the screen. We are looking for unit input to improve our 2023 popcorn sale. And so if you've got recommendations or you have questions about that, you need to reach out to our Senior Development Director, Chris Scruggs. His email is here. You can also find it on the council website. And we're going to give a quick shout out to a couple of local units here in the Piedmont Council. We had a pack and troop that combined to sell more than 100,000 in popcorn and nuts. And other units can have this same success. So you can fund your entire scouting program. That Pack and Troop was Pack and Troop 377 out of the Gemstone District in Iredell County. But more importantly, we had an additional 6 units that sold over $10,000. We had an additional 5 units that sold over 7,000 and additional 5 that sold over 5,000. So it is possible to sell popcorn and the Whitley's peanuts to have a great fundraiser. Why should you participate? Because we want to give your scouts the opportunity to fund their own adventures, uniforms, and registrations and dues. If your unit is not paying 100% of all scouting costs, which I don't believe there's too many out there that are doing that, consider allowing your scouts to be thrifty and letting them earn their way through scouting. Council fundraisers allows the council to provide free advancements, make needed repairs to updates to council properties, and keeps programs cost as low as possible. Again, last year, only 27% of our units participated. That was a total of 51 units, and the council needs units to support this fundraiser. So if you've got recommendations, want to see some changes, please reach out to Chris Scruggs so that we can meet the needs of our units and our scouts. But again, we're not really selling popcorn. I know there's the old adage out there. I served as a unit leader, Cub Master, and Scout Master for about 15 years combined. And I do realize that the popcorn has a high price point, but we're not selling the popcorn. Obviously, you can buy that a lot cheaper at the local stores. We're selling scouting. People buy popcorn to support scouting, not because they're lovers of popcorn. So we just came off our 2023 discount card sales. So we're going to talk a little bit about those successes and our 2024 sale. But we had units that participated and earned commissions in excess of 47%. And that does not include any additional sales that the units may have earned in selling their bonus cards. Units earned an amazing $169,338 in commissions to fund their scouting adventures. Again, the Scout Discount Card is a no-risk fundraiser that delivers almost 95% return to scouting. The council basically has time and energy through getting the cards secured. And then obviously we have to pay for the cards. And we have to purchase about 2.5 cards for every card that we sell. So there are a lot of cards left over at the end of the sale. We use those to strengthen our relationships with our school systems by providing those to some of the local schools at no cost. That's how we kind of get the school set up. So we do give those to teachers, school administrators, but it's a great way for your units to support scouting. You cannot do any other fundraiser, I don't care what it is, that gives 95% back to scouting. So if you're not participating in the discount card, you're truly missing out. The sale will begin March the 1st in 2024. It'll end on April 26th. And I want to give a quick shout out to our top selling unit, which was Troop 129 out of a little town called Spindale, North Carolina, which is in Rutherford County. They sold over 1,800 cards and commissions earned was over $9,000. So that's not a very large troop. They have less than 20 scouts. That is a scout troop, so it's not a Cub Scout pack. And it's in a small community, so you can sell those scout discount cards to just about anybody. So probably what everybody came here tonight looking for was some of the calendar dates for 2023, 2024. So we're going to get into that, and we're going to go month by month. Again, we are not going to spend a lot of time on every single activity. We're going to highlight those. The plan will be that our staff will finalize our PDF calendar, and we will have that online by the end of the day tomorrow. At the latest, it'll be up end of day on Thursday. We've got a few things that we got to correct that are corrected on tonight's program, but it'll be up. Unit leaders can download it, and you can take it to your units, and you can plan your year, and as well as our districts will be planning their calendar, and they should have those back turned in by the end of June. So let's move on. August of 2023. This is the calendar for August of 2023. First thing I'll let you know is that we serve 11 counties of Western North Carolina, and we have schools that are starting all over the calendar. So you can see our first school system starts on August the 9th. That's Mooresville graded. Move to the 14th, and we have Iredell Statesville schools, Polk County, Rutherford County. 16th, we have Lincoln County, Gaston County, and Cleveland County start on Wednesday the 16th. And then all the other counties, Burke, McDowell, Caldwell, Catawba, Newton, Conover, and Hickory City, their first day is August the 28th. So we've got units that'll be starting, schools that'll be starting as early as August the 9th, and all schools will start by the 28th. Other couple things to note there is that we have our fall kickoff to scouting week. It's a little earlier this year because we have so many school districts that are starting. Last year it was the 15th, 16th, and 17th, but this year it's the 8th, 9th, and 10th. That is typically roundtables for most districts during that week, just to kick off the fall scouting week. Hopefully those schools will be set. Not all will be set by that date, but hopefully a good portion will be set so that when you come to those kickoff to scouting weeks, will know when your school recruitments are. The other big thing in August is the OA August Ordeal, which is the 11th, 12th, and 13th of August. Moving on to September, obviously there are a few important dates that we want to highlight. We have our, obviously Labor Day and the office is closed. Our popcorn training is on the 13th of September. Our popcorn sale officially begins on the 15th of September. That is also the OA Fall Fellowship, 15th, 16th, and 17th. If you want to place a show and sell order, that is due on the 18th. And then popcorn fall pickup, that show and sell pickup is on the 29th of September. And you'll have your product in hand. Move on to October. And in October, there are a few dates we want to highlight. We have a Tyndall Ford Cruise-In on Saturday, October the 7th. That is in Gaston County. It's kind of a district event. They have a lot of classic cars, but if you're interested in those type of things, it's a free event, free hot dogs, drinks, great fun, entertainment, and it supports scouting. So we would encourage you to participate. On October the 19th, we have our Piedmont Council Golf Tournament. So if you play golf or you know anybody that does, you can come out and support that. Information will be up on our website, but that's at the Lake Hickory Country Club in Hickory. Obviously, there's some district or some council meetings, such as the commissioners meeting. But the other big thing is the Freaky Fall Festival, the 27th, 28th, and 29th of October. Take order on popcorn end on the 29th. And obviously Halloween's still on October the 31st. November the 1st, take orders are due to the council. So if that's when you want to make sure that you have all your orders into the council. So take orders in on the 29th of October and orders are due by November the 1st. Something that you probably want to highlight and when you're planning your year is November the 4th. The Piedmont Council is bringing back the University of Scouting. It'll be held at Catawba Valley Community College in Hickory. More information will be coming out on that, but it's a great training event for adult leaders. The 11th and 12th, the 11th and 18th are our Scouting for Food Days. We're going to be working probably with some of the Walmarts with their online system to be able to stand out in front of Walmarts and collect food. We have a lot of units that are doing that at other food grocery stores. So we're going to look at that. You'll pick up your final popcorn order on November the 17th. Obviously, Thanksgiving is on the 23rd. And so the office scout shop and the Piedmont Scout Reservation will be closed the 23rd, 24th through the 26th. And with that, we'll move on to December. Not a lot of activities going on in December other than a few committee meetings that you can see here: Advancement, Council of Commissioners, and Training Team. Fall Popcorn payments are due on the 15th, along with your December recharters. If your units have a recharter in December, those charters are due on the 15th. And then all sales end for popcorn on the 15th. The reason I say that is because if you're familiar with your popcorn sale, you can continue to do online sales even after the 29th of October. Technically, people can go online and support your scouts by buying popcorn online till the 15th of December. The council office will be closed December the 22nd through the 25th for Christmas. And we'll move on to January. January starts off with a holiday with the New Year's Day, and then the OA the OA Winter Banquet will be the first Saturday in January, as it always been. Couple holidays there, Martin Luther King. We got some council committee meetings. Carolina's Indian Seminar at Mitchell Community College is January 20th and 21st. And then our annual business meeting and executive board meetings on the 25th. I highlight that because chartered organizational reps are invited to the annual business meeting. And then we have our Winter Place ski date, which there will be just one this coming winter on January the 28th. It's a great, fun family event. Parents, siblings, anybody can participate in that. So Winter Place is on the 28th. Moving on to February, we have January charters are late on February 1st, just in case you need to know that. But Scout Sunday is on February 4th. We have our one and only ski beach or beach mountain ski day on the 11th. Couple holidays there with Ash Wednesday and Valentine's Day, President's Day, some committee meetings. On the 21st, if you didn't participate in our discount card, you need to be on our training. That'll be a Zoom training on the 21st of February. Merit Badge University is scheduled for the 24th of February. And then March, we kick off our discounts card sale on March the 1st. We have our Camp Bud Shield Day of Service on the 2nd. We'll have our third annual Diversity Day on March the 9th. That's earlier. We did run into some issues with a lot of different activities, having it later in the year. So we're backing that back into March. Still a great event. We'd encourage you to participate. That'll be in Gastonia. And then the other activities we have going on, the OA Spring Fellowship, 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Weeblos Woods, the 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Council Banquet is on the 27th. Council Day of Giving is on the 28th. And then you can see we've got Good Friday and Easter. One thing that's not in here that we'll try to add is spring breaks for our school systems, because that's a good dates to keep in mind. Typically, most scouting units have the rule of no school, no scouts. April brings back Wood Badge. So we're excited to be offering a Wood Badge course in 2024. And so if you need units that need that advanced training, here are the dates. The first weekend is the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's the 5th, 6th, and 7th. The second weekend is just Saturday, Sunday. So it's the 20th and 21st. And then payments for discount cards are due on April the 26th, and the discount card sale ends on that same day. We move into May. The first weekend is Cub Scout Odyssey. That's the 3rd, 4th, and 5th at camp in the Cub Scout camp. Other things to highlight here is the Eagle Banquet is on May the 14th. We've moved that 1 week from this past year in hopes. We had a lot of participants this past year that were college students, freshmen in college, and it was during exam week. We know we're not going to be able to hit everybody, but hopefully that we'll get a few more participants on May the 14th. So that'll be the Eagle Banquet at CVCC. That is already set and secured. On the 15th, we'll highlight our calendar for the next year, the 24-25 calendar. And then the 17th, 18th, and 19th is the May ordeal. And then we've got another holiday, national holiday of Memorial Day on the 27th. So the office and the scout shop will be closed that day. June, we get into the summer camping season. We do have our Army ROTC coming back once again, our staff week, Camp Bud Shield. First week of camp starts as it always does on Father's Day, the 16th of June. And then we'll follow 5 weeks of camp, the 23rd, the 30th of June will be week 3. Also during that week will be NYLT. We have a great program, great leadership, great youth leaders running that course. This year is the same week, and we are up to 46 or 47 youth participants. So we can take about 2 or 3 more youth participants, and we'll have a full course of 50 participants. The office is closed on Independence Day. Happy 4th of July. And then at the end of camp, when camp ends, we have our Navy ROTC. Hopefully we'll be back for their week of camp at the end of the summer. So that's our calendar for the 2023-2024 Scout year. It kind of follows the school calendar. Scout calendar and school calendar are very similar. So we kick off August and we run through July. So we do have some big news that we're excited to share this evening. And that big news is going to be shared with all of our volunteers here tonight. And so we're excited to share that. I don't know if everybody knows this, but 2024 is the 100th anniversary of the Piedmont Council. The council started with a group of Gastonia Rotarians who met in late like October to December in 1923, and in January of 2024, the Piedmont Council was formed, and Bud Shield was hired as the first Scout executive. And actually, when the Piedmont Council started, it was just the counties of Gaston, Lincoln, Cleveland, Rutherford, and Polk. So the other counties didn't join until 1930. So coming the fall of 2024, and that's why it wasn't highlighted in the calendar, because it won't be until the fall, but we want everybody to get ready. We are bringing back Rendezvous, and you may not know what Rendezvous is, because we haven't had one since 2016, but you don't want to miss it. You want to put it on your calendar, get ready, because it's a huge event. It's very much like a small jamboree. Right now, we've got tentative date and location will be October the 25th, 26th, and 27th of 2024. Rendezvous does take the place of all fall activities, so there won't be a Freaky Fall Festival that fall. We'll have an event like no other. And the planning committee is currently being formed now, and we're going to hold our initial meeting later this summer. So if you'd like to assist with the planning details support of Rendezvous 2024, you can email myself, kirk.setzer@scouting.org. It will take more than 100 volunteers to make this a celebration like no other. It's a small jamboree with events, vendors, activities, military displays, special guests, arena shows, fireworks. It's a great time to be a scout. And with that, we're going to finish up our presentation. We figured it'd take about 30, 35 minutes, and we're right on that. We want to thank, first of all of our volunteers. The council is here to support you. Our staff is here, and they're committed to getting you the assistance that you need. If you ever need something that you just don't think you can handle on your own, our staff is here to help. And so with that, you can reach out to me if you have any questions. My phone number is right there on the screen. My email is right there as well. We want to thank you for all you do for scouting, for helping us grow scouting. I'll end with a couple highlights. 2022, we finished with just over an 8% growth. We had over a 20% growth in Cub Scout membership. Scouting's coming back, and it's because of you, the volunteers, and all the time and effort that you make scouting successful. So with that, we'll have the calendar up. Like I said, give us a day or two to have the PDF. I'll make sure that our staff also emails it out to their contact list so that you can start planning your successful programs for 2023, 2024. And with that, we'll probably stay on here a few minutes. I'm going to check and see if there's any questions or answers. I don't really see any, so there are no open questions, which is good. And with that, we appreciate it. Thanks again to the South Fork District for joining us. I think they had about 40 people at their event tonight watching us, and so we appreciate that. We again appreciate all that you do, and we'll say good night. Thank you.